What it do? Dream Team, it's your boy D-Neil back with another reaction video, guys. We got a new comedian in the building, Mr. Stewart Lee, talking about Osama Bin Laden. This is what you guys asked for in the comment section. This is what I'm going to give y'all. Before we jump into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up, drop your favorite suggestion down in the comment section. Stewart, what we got?
I was driving on the M4. It was the day Bin Laden was shot by the Americans, and there were all different Americans coming on the radio talking about what they thought about it, and it made me think what we like, collective groups of people, human society. Here's 4 real quotes by real Americans on May the 2nd, the day Bin Laden was shot. This first guy, he's called Thomas Cox. He's a construction worker talking in Times Square on Radio 4, and he said, "I made Photoshop pictures of the Statue of Liberty holding Osama's bloody severed head and handed them out to the crowd. It's payback." It's not, is it? The payback.
What? You did? Oh my! Okay.
It's not, is it? The payback for Osama, surely, was being shot in the face at point-blank range. Thomas Cox's offensive collage. It merely adds insult to injury.
That's facts.
Bin Laden was buried at sea, you'll remember. This Thomas Cox goes on, he says, "We should have mounted his head on a spike. I am hoping that the fish and the crabs are having a good..." That's never got a laugh before. I'm glad we came to Sheffield. After all, people found the combination of fish and crab amusing here in a way that no other British city has. It was worth it. But only down here, the people up there. Fish and crab, who cares? He said, "There isn't time to improvise tonight, unfortunately. We're filming it, so I'll just move on. Otherwise, I could have got 10 minutes out of that fish and crab."
You gonna stick with that?
Hello, Michael. Yes. Are you bringing the roadshow here to Sheffield? Yeah, fish and crab stuff. They love it.
I see Sheffield as a spot to say fish and crab. I see that. Okay.
Crab stuff. They love it. I basically go everywhere first and I sound it out for him. He ignores what I say. "We should have mounted his head on a spike," he said. "I am hoping that the fish and the crabs are having..." Second time. Yeah, only once though, only once. Don't milk it. Paul Tonkinson will sort it out for you. All right. "We should have mounted his head on a spike. I'm hoping that the fish and the crabs are having a good meal on his eyeballs." Now, it's a very apposite quote, that, because as you all know, under Sharia law, if a Muslim man is buried at sea, it is required that their body be protected from the attentions of fish. And I think it was that this Thomas Cox was alluding to there.
Oh, wow.
If you've not seen me before, I don't think that. I think the opposite of that. Okay? That's one of the things I do. I'll make a very bold statement about something, but the implication is it's actually the opposite of... I'm going to do that about 6 times tonight. And then later on, about 9:45, I'll go on about something for too long. That'll be later, all right? Now, this next quote from an American called Stephen Reginella, again on Radio 4 in Times Square, and he said, "They should have brought Bin Laden's body here and hung it from the lamppost. In fact, they should have roasted him here, like a chicken. So he would have seen what it felt like."
Bro, what in the world? What? I thought you'd be happy enough that, you know what I'm saying, Osama was killed, but they not satisfied with that. No. He should have the head on a spike I hope the fish and crabs feed on his eyeballs. I wish they would have brought him here, roasted him like a chicken. Like, they not just satisfied with him dying. They was like, he needed to, he needs to be made a symbol out of. You know what I'm saying? An example out of.
He would have seen what it felt like.
Jeez.
It's all over the place, that, isn't it? They should have brought Bin Laden's body here alive, presumably, and hung it from the lamppost. What lamppost is that? The New York City designated corpse roasting lamppost. Who should have done that? They should. Who are they? The New York City designated corpse roasting team. They don't do a lot of corpse roasting. Their duties mainly entail maintenance of the corpse roasting lamppost. Roast him like a chicken, so he would have seen what it felt like. There you are, Bin Laden on the lamppost, roasting, yeah. Can you see what that feels like? I can feel what it feels like. That wasn't a question. What if we hold this mirror up, full-length mirror? Can you see what it feels like now? I can see what it looks like. This is exactly the kind of unhelpful behaviour you would expect. Roasted like a chicken.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
We've all roasted a chicken at some point in our lives, haven't we? No need for this kind of frontier justice, is there? He didn't have any issues with chickens, did he, Bin Laden? It was the West that he hated, wasn't it? And our values, not chicken. Imagine if he had hated chickens, Bin Laden, and he'd applied the same level of firepower over a 10-year period to the eradication of poultry that he had to Western democratic systems. I'm not an expert.
We would have killed him a lot faster. You come at our, hey, you trying to destroy all the chickens out of poultry? You'd have been found and gone a lot quicker.
They had to Western democratic systems. I'm not an expert, but I think we'd be looking at a very different global geopolitical setup. Again, the laughs are down here for that, aren't they? Down here, up there, people down here, people up there going, what are they laughing at down there? I'll tell you. I said, if he'd hated chickens, we'd be looking at a very different global geopolitical setup. And the people down here, I think, they just thought for a second about what that would be like. They imagined it in their own heads. I don't know what they imagined. Chickens on fire, I don't know. But the important thing, people's friends who've come by mistake, is they put in an extra bit of effort to get more laughs out of that in their own heads. But you just sat up there, didn't you, going, oh, he's finished saying that.
Bro, how am I just hearing of Stewart Lee, bro? How am I just hearing of this man? I rock with this man heavy. He's hilarious, bro. I love
it. Then you had a little think, didn't you, about something else? Oh, the £90,000 for an apartment in the park. And then you went, oh, I wonder what he'll say now. But if you're sitting there, I'm not one of these, I don't act things out, you know, I just do the gag and I just leave it. And I walk away from it. I let people make of it what they will, you know. There's not, you know what I mean? To raise your game. This next quote from an American was on the YouTube. You've seen that, where the people film themselves talking. This was an American lady talking to camera. She said, "I so happy Osama be dead." I climb stoplight and show my 2 titties at the crowd. Everyone be cheering, everyone be whistling. I so happy Osama be dead. My titties be pretty big titties too. Osama, one holy motherfucker, but he a man. And I he'd got a kick out these hot titties.
What?
Word.
What? Bro, who is saying, bro, I need to see this. Whose YouTube channel is, I need to see that video. That's funny. Even though I barely understood it.
Word. This last one, this was on the YouTube as well. A chap running around in one of the big towns there, waving a flag. And he said, they should get Max Hardcore out of jail. Now, Max, I didn't know who Max Hardcore was when I heard this quote. He's a bloke that he's in violent American pornography. And I didn't know who he was, so I looked him up on the internet. And now I'm on the sex offenders register. Max Hardcore. I thought he was just a very efficient builder. This is what this. They should get Max Hardcore out of jail to reverse cowgirl Osama's body on the White House lawn. Max would tear that Muslim faggot's dead body a new hole. Know what I'm saying? They should get Max to reverse cowgirl him on the White House lawn and FedEx the tapes to his family saying, look at this, you gay cunts.
Oh my Lord. Oh my. Who says this? Who comes up with this? Who in their head is just like, that's wild, bro? Like, he took it past extreme. He took it past it. My
Look at this,
God.
you gay cunts. Fuck with America, you are fucking with God. Prepare to have your assholes ripped open. I know, it's an amazing quote. Now, I don't think it's fair to make hard and fast generalisations about a whole society based on just 4 random quotes. But if I was going to do that, I'd say, what do we learn about America from these 4 quotes? It's obsessed with its own blind patriotism, with its own religious fundamentalism, with sexualised violence, and there's a weird homophobic undercurrent going through some of those quotes as well. Interesting thing about those 4 quotes. The second interesting thing about those 4 quotes, I think, is that of those 4 quotes, only 2 of them were made up by me. Such is the depth of your blind...
I know that last one wasn't made up. I'm gonna guess. I know that last one wasn't made up. Just because I just know that's something that would be said. Dang, the first one. I'm finna guess. I'm finna tell you. The first one when he said spike on the head. The last 2 weren't made up. The first 2 were made up. The last 2 weren't made up. We're going with that.
Such is the depth of your blind anti-American prejudice.
That's
You've got
facts.
no idea which ones they are. You go, no, they could all be true, Stewart. If they're not, they should be, because that's what they're like.
That's how it is right there. Stewart ended it on a factual note, bro. Like I said, they should all not be made up, because that's how they're like. I think the last 2 are real, the first 2 are fake. That's just what I'm going with. That's all we got for this week. If you guys got a favorite video you want to see him react to, you can subscribe to Patreon. Leave a suggestion, or you can drop it in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. It's your boy D-Nia, out.